grief.
It bled quite a bit at first.
So weird. Hey everybody, Dr. Nicole Freels here. I wanted to show you this really cool corn. It looks like a horn actually. Kind of take a look here. It is, if you could look on the side view, it is, gosh, 5 millimeters tall. So instead of torturing this young man here, I'm gonna numb up your toe back here so you don't feel anything. It should just take a couple of seconds,
Okay.
but it'll make you much more comfortable.
Okay.
We were talking about before we started filming how he had a toe buddy but misplaced it. And the toe buddy is a silicone piece to keep this separate. And so we'll definitely get you set up with another one today, because that toe, the pressure and the when you're walking, it's doing this, and so it's creating this corn that just is, it keeps growing and growing and growing.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, let's get you numbed up here. Here's the fun part. A little cold spray and a bee sting. Okay, quick little stick. One of the things that we might consider as well, we talked about that kind of the apparatus to pull the toe down. When they're real rigid like this, it can't be done because the joint has adapted to that position.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move this just a little bit.
79 years.
Well, I wasn't gonna give your age away. Okay, relax that foot for me. Doing great. You're not gonna feel this when you're gonna thank me for it in the long run for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Is it already starting to ease up a bit? Get a little on the top, don't need too much, but all right, perfect. I think I'm hanging, there we go. Ooh, I like your shoes. Brooks Adrenaline. That's one of my favorite brands.
Yeah, they do well.
Well, and especially for this because they have a mesh top.
Yeah.
And so for hammer toes, this can really flex and give you a lot more room.
I have to be aware of those things.
Okay, how does that feel now? Does it feel a little
It doesn't feel.
good? I'm actually gonna get some nippers and really get a hold of this guy.
And that's what I did to the third toe.
You know what? Speaking of, I'm glad that you brought that to my attention. Again, so if you can look here, Angelic, on the tip of his third toe, when did you do that?
It's been a couple of weeks.
So he was trimming his toenails because, like many people, your nails need trimmed. Okay, there's this one needs lubed up. Skip that one. Before the 9-week criteria that the insurance said.
Right.
So you went in, tried to trim it. You got the toenail, but it looks like you also got quite a bit of your skin.
I got a lot of tissue.
So tell me, how much bleeding did you experience?
Well, for 2 or 3 days,
2 or 3 days?
yeah,
Oh,
you
good
know,
grief.
it bled quite a bit the first
So
day or two.
we actually softened this up quite a bit before we started filming as well. I got a big portion of that horn off for you. What's concerning is that you might have an ulcer underneath of it because that dark part that was on top right in here is from bleeding and from pressure. So that blood continues to build up and it hardens and thickens, and then that's when you see that dark dry blood appearance. Let's see. Yeah, this is real soft skin in here. Okay. So people that get issues like this typically suffer from hammer toes, and not every hammer toe has to be surgically addressed, but it's the ones that are rubbing on the shoes. If you don't accommodate for the shoes, then just like you've done with the mesh, then you're gonna get this. So there's a lot, so this is real fragile skin. So yes, you do have an ulcer underneath here. And what I'm doing is just cleaning it all up to get
Under the callus.
under the callus. It was open. So I'm just cleaning up all the dead tissue around it, so now we can have a nice clean, healthy bed for it to heal. So just like you're taking care of the other one with the Betadine, I think it would be a good idea for you to do the same as well. And so we'll get all of that cleaned up. Good deal. A little dried blood over here, but we'll get it down as much as we can. I don't want to go too deep. Good. Okay, well, let's get you wrapped up. Change out here. Like I said, I'm just gonna put some Betadine on there and then wrap them up real good. How tender has this been in your shoe?
Yeah, that was uncomfortable.
To say the least. Okay. Clean this up. So you know, people with high arches are actually prone to getting hammer toes. The toes grip to compensate for the instability
to balance
of the ankle and what we call the rear foot back here. And so essentially those toes grip the ground to give you stability.
Yeah.
And so these get over the years
just like
claws. So they get really rigid. So it's really important if you have the development of a hammer toe to kind of catch it while it's soft and it can be reduced or straightened out. Just changing my gloves, guys. I'm OCD like that. I like to have clean gloves. So what I'm going to do is just weave some gauze. And you can see how crowded these toes are. I mean, they're really, that big toe is just pushing everybody over.
Yeah.
So I'm going to move this here. And I'm actually going to leave that Betadine pad on there.
Okay.
Betadine's a wonderful antibacterial and it's a drying agent.
Okay.
So
While
let's.
it's healing.
Yep. You can take it off tomorrow though, and I want you to change it yourself. So just grab some Betadine and just paint the area, and then and we see we got that one on the tip too. So I'm going to put a little bumper on here to protect it. We might want to put you in what's called a post-op shoe. So there's no pressure on the toe, just temporarily, maybe for the next week or two while these heal. Okay, let's get our Coban on here because I want a lot of protection against or from the ulcers to the gosh, forget that. From the ulcers to the shoes. So I got little cushiony bumpers. Look at all that for that little corn/horn. Here we go. Just want all that gauze to stay on there so he's got like a little pillow effect. Dun, 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 dun. All right. You are done. All of it's cleaned up. If that starts building up, I don't care, you know, what your insurance says about the nails. You're welcome to come and we'll trim it. That has nothing to do with the nails. We can trim calluses all day long. If you have pain, I want to see you, okay?
Okay.
All right, great. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time.